Hey, welcome back to another Danni Dolphin Cybercast. Today I have Razyel Kayne with me. Introduce yourself, sir.
Hi everyone, my name is Razyel Kayne, and I did voice actor spotlight. I do toy reviews, a little bit of toy hacks, and sometimes interview when I'm lucky and people want to talk to me.
Yeah. Oh, one second. Sorry, stuff's all over. But yeah, nice to have you on here. Like I said, for the show, like I said, a little bit at the beginning, first time on the show, ask you some questions. We'll dive into some hot topics with news, and then another topic, show some stuff off, and yeah, just have some fun. But yeah, but what got you into the, like, I know you mostly do Transformers now, but what got you into the Transformers like YouTube space in the first place?
Well, in Transformers specifically, it
Yeah.
was um, really it's Napster that brought me back because I was surfing on Napster. So for the younger kids, there used to be a service called Napster, which was highly illegal. And then it got replaced by Kaza and another platform, which
Yeah.
were the same thing with a different skin, where you could basically upload and download movies. And it was a huge deal back then. But that's when I found out that I could download Transformers episode. And that's when I started downloading all the episodes and then
Hmm.
realizing, oh, I could just buy a DVD. But yeah, that's what got me back into Transformer because I was a huge Beast Wars fan.
Hmm.
And really, Beast Wars brought me back to love Transformer because of all the little links
Yeah.
that they had with G1. Because in the 80s, I love Transformers, but I was a Masters of the Universe fanatic. I wanted to be He-Man. I wanted to have a sword. I wanted to have a battle cat. But I outgrew He-Man. Like I enjoyed the newer Netflix version,
Yeah.
but it was a good show. Like it's enjoyable. But I don't collect. I have one E-Man figure, which is the Battle Armor E-Man, because I had a lot of them as a kid, and that was my first one.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I have the new Masterverse version of that.
What got
And
it?
then
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and then that led to you, like, you actually, like, were you on YouTube at the same time, or how did you get to the,
Oh
like?
no, YouTube. Basically, I had like Transformers DVDs, but I never collected. My
Yeah.
son, I kind of collected through my son, like in 2008 with the Legends line. I bought him a
Hmm.
bunch, like Ramjet and Rodimus Prime and all those. Hot Rod and a couple
Yeah.
figures, and that was fun. But I was poor, and I didn't. I made a lot of mistakes growing up with my money, so
Yes.
struggled for a while. But then when I got with my current wife slash girlfriend, um, we got a lot more stabler. So I started collecting like very slowly, and then it kind of spiraled down. But the
Mm.
YouTube thing was basically I was cleaning the bathroom looking for something to watch,
Hmm.
and I fell upon Rodimus Primus and the Quintus on video. And I watched that and then started following him. And then he did a live stream with Kato and Patriot Prime. And then I really got into Kato, like his style. And then I started watching tour reviews. And eventually I started thinking about doing YouTube. And then he said, well, if you do anything, let me know. So I'm like, okay, well, if he's interested, maybe there's a way for me to wiggle into that group. So 100% honest, I started YouTube for the wrong reason
Yeah.
because it was the mentality that if I want to hang out with the cool kids in school, you
Yeah.
start doing what the cool kids are doing. And in
Totally.
your head, that's automatically going to put you in the same gang, which at 45, 42 years old, it's the dumbest thing ever, to still think like that.
Yeah.
But I realized that I did enjoy doing YouTube, like the editing I like and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And
Did
then
you
so
ever have a background in any of that, like, film stuff, editing, like at school?
oh
Did you
no,
take these
no,
courses?
no, no,
Okay.
no, that was me looking for the uh, like the best, no, the simplest user friendly interface,
Okay. Yeah.
which
Yeah.
turned out to be VideoPad.
Cool.
It's a great platform.
Yeah.
So I've been using that ever since, and like it's limited, but it works. So I did my first spotlight about Dan Gilvezan with that,
Hmm.
because the reason I went with voice actor spotlight at first is because, well, the Netflix show had terrible voice acting except for a few key characters,
Yeah,
and
totally.
I decided to show the world good voice acting in the Transformers. So that was my way in to be different, and that worked well enough.
Yeah.
But eventually, I started doing toy review for fun,
Yeah.
and I'm
'Cause you
still
just did,
doing it. It
yeah, you
just
just did your latest toy review that I just checked out 400 something views right for the
yeah,
quick strike.
yeah. Which he's still on pre-order pretty much everywhere.
Here, I'll make it big. But
Uh,
yeah, he's one of my favorite B Square characters of all time. I love Quick Strike.
yeah, a lot of people love Quickstar. I never found him particularly interesting as a character. Like
Really?
he's the design, the toy looks
Yeah.
great,
Yeah,
but
totally.
I mean, I did, and I did like Scorponok, which basically they could have called that Scorponok Transmetal, like
Yeah. Yeah, I just
because
like his like southern accent, and then I don't know, he's just silly, and like the yeah, like the toy itself, the snake arm, the leg arm. It's
yeah,
pretty
the toy is really good, and then it's like it. Yeah, I appreciate the speech pattern, Sugar Bot and all that stuff. That was fun,
good.
but it's just I don't know.
Yeah.
Um,
And what about
well,
like just
actually, it's not the whole of Canada clinical. It's really
mm,
just right now me, because my sponsor, which I'll plug. Oh, you have
yeah.
it. There
Well,
you go.
no, I got they are showing up in Walmart
Yeah,
here.
that wave is showing a couple, but I think I
Plug
might have been the
yourself.
first because my sponsor is in Ottawa, DJC Collectible. I plug him everywhere. He bought, from what I understand, he didn't buy a solid case. He bought an assorted case,
You
and
did.
that was in it. And since I was the first order, because I swear, pre-orders, when I want something, within 5 minutes of listing, I bought it.
Nice. Yeah,
Um,
you seem to get it
so
quick from him, and that's a
Oh
good thing.
man, I'm like it's 1 p.m. on Thursday. Boom, what's on there? Boom, buy. So I don't want to miss out.
Yeah,
So
what are your collecting habits like? Are you a completionist, or what's going on with your collection?
I'm a semi-completionist. I want
Okay.
to complete well, the poster that's over there, which was designed by Mike Lorber, whom you might know as the Comic Relief Crusader.
Mhm.
That's his
Okay. Yeah.
channel. So he does a lot of graphic work, and he works with Xtransbot.
Mm,
So he'll feature some of the bugs on
yeah.
his channel as well. But he designed a poster, like a scaling poster. I made a
Mm,
video about that. A poster where it's every season 1 all the way through season 3.
okay.
And
Yeah.
then after that, he did another poster for season 4 slash Headmasters and the Japanese continuity.
Okay. Yeah.
So I have pretty much everybody on that except maybe, I don't know, 20 bots, because there's
Mm,
odd figures and stuff like that. But
mhm,
so that's my goal, is to complete season 1 all the way to season 3,
mhm.
because I'm not a fan of the Headmasters. The
Yeah.
idea to have a humanoid inside your head, it's
Yeah.
it never spoke to me.
I always like the Japanese headmasters more, like where they like it was just like they were
Yeah,
still the robots. I like Japanese headmasters way more, but
yeah.
you
Like
know,
I just read, they have like that thick brick of Transformers
oh
G1
yeah,
from Marvel.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Not the Kickstarter, but it's already out and it's really good.
Is
But
it?
I never realized that the story in Marvel was as all over the place as the G1 comics. Like
Yeah,
it's
it
there's a
is.
bit of a story, but it's like, okay, these 3 issue are going to be about these guys, and then but they go so quickly as well for characters. It's like, oh,
Mhm.
and it's not in the same order. Like they had Pretenders already, and they
Yeah,
haven't touched the movie yet, and it's like, all right, so but it's interesting. But
it is. It
the
is.
headmaster, I hated the headmasters in there because
Yeah,
basically they lost all of their personality. Now the personality is of the humanoid that they have.
yeah. I hated the American version of that. What about too of like the collect? I know you collect like the generation stuff, the new stuff, but do you buy older figures at all, like G1 or anything like
I
that?
have a couple knockoffs. So basically, when I started really collecting was
Mhm.
when Siege came out.
Okay.
Because I'm 100%. I work on nostalgia. Like that's my fuel. Because I've noticed like I can play an old game, no problem,
Hmm.
and the graphic don't bother me. But I cannot play an old game that I've never played before.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
then I see all the bad graphics and all that, stuff.
Yeah.
So I have a few things. Like I have one gargoyle, which is Goliath. I have,
Hey,
you
mom.
know, the Dukes
Yeah.
of Hazzard car.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
I have a couple things. I have a couple of G1 toys, but they're mostly KOs, except for
Hmm.
one or two mini bots. And hey,
Your guy.
Quentin.
Quentin, yeah, nice. Thanks for showing up, Quentin. Yeah, and what about like? But yeah, you never went to Armada or RID 2001, that kind of era at all?
I have one Armada figure, which is Demolisher. Hey Tracy. Um, I have, yeah, I have Demolisher, and I think I have another one.
Okay.
I have an RID 2015 Sideswipe. My son has a bunch of figure my mother-in-law picked up at a garage sale, which are figure I don't care for. So I gave it to my kid. Like he has
Cool.
a shelf like this, like the small one. He
Yeah.
has one to himself.
Oh, nice.
Because I buy him the stuff that I try not to buy him the same stuff. So like I got Hoys, so I bought him the lift ticket.
Okay. Yeah.
So different. Like he's getting all the repaints and he's
Yeah.
having fun.
That's cool. Yeah, nice to be shared experience, right?
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
See what they're into, and it's cool
It's
that
good.
yeah. Yeah, and then yeah, I'm just trying to think of anything else right now, but sorry. Yeah, and anything else like what's up on your channel soon? Like anything? What's your next thing? You said you're doing the spotlights before, then you're doing the voice actor interviews, and now back to some reviews. So
Well, the voice actor spotlight, I had a great time, and I had a great time interviewing some of these actors. Which that I will keep pushing to
yeah,
try to get more interviews in. But it's really hard. Like
totally.
their schedule. These people are actually really busy all the time, and even if they're 80, they're still working. So yeah,
Yeah, I commend you on that, man. It's tough work, and reaching out to people can be, you know what I mean, like emotional in a way and stuff. So I commend you
exactly.
on your work there. It's good, like a
So
real reporter.
yeah, so I want to do, but I think the spotlight. I think I it ran its course. I did it for
Yeah,
4 years, and now I have less time and maybe a little less motivation to do that. So I'm not saying I won't do another one, but I might do other stuff than Transformers.
totally.
Like I might do Clancy Brown, who was the Kurgan in Highlander. That'd be
Hmm.
interesting. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah, I feel that.
so
Good
I don't
work.
know. I did a couple non-transformer ones, and that was just fun.
Yeah,
But I don't know if I want to keep doing that. Tour reviews, I can't do as much because I don't buy as much anymore. Uh,
yeah,
like I have Quick Strike, and then I like this. I probably won't review. Maybe a quick, but these are like 3D printed.
yeah, those are cool. Here, let
Yeah,
me.
so these are from the episode War Dawn. They had two. Megatron had like two warrior type. They had
Yeah,
these guys which were like false energon cube, and then he had like
I remember them.
flatbed trucks
And they
to
look
go
spot on,
with that.
basically. Hey, they're pretty spot on. That guy.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, the guy who designed it, pretty good. But I think I'm buying stolen
yeah,
designs because I don't think he's getting money from the AliExpress store I bought them. So I didn't know. So I have like 6 figure I bought that are on the way or that I'm getting only for Christmas.
mm,
And then I actually spoke to that guy because he was on a stream at some point, and he's like,
yeah,
"Oh, I design all that stuff." I'm like, "I'm in. Did your stuff get?" It was Blonghole who said, "Oh,
yeah.
it's like one of my friend got
I
stolen.
saw
So
that.
it turns out it's his stuff, and I felt super bad, but he didn't seem too upset about it. So
Yeah, I mean, whoever designed the first chair too, they all their designs are stolen. But
yeah, good.
no, but I get it. I get it. It sucks, but I mean, the internet nowadays, you put that out there, people are gonna steal it. But yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
cool, clinical. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I have the
that is
prosecutor.
cool.
I'm getting the scientist for Christmas.
Nice.
The big head, and then if I want to, I can get the version with the red wizard from that one episode. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, it's really fun. Oh, I'm getting also Skuxoid and Slizardo.
Okay, wow, that's
So
neat.
because
And
Hasbro's not doing that stuff,
no,
unfortunately. Like something that would absolutely kill my wallet is if they did a type of GI Joe classified style figures for Spike and Carly and
yeah,
Sparkplug and Dark. Like if they would do that, yeah. Nah, no, they're not a 2-pack. I had to actually buy them from two separate store.
no, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know that's the thing. Like Hasbro, they never like the Transformers. They never do like the characters as like the figures that don't transform. It'd be cool to get like Minerva from Japanese, or like you said, like real Spike and Sparkplug, and like Daniel. Just the real good actual figures of them would be fun, right?
Yeah.
And then you could do some of the other guys too. But yeah, yeah. Jump into the new stuff now, I guess.
Sure.
Same, yeah. Collection, also music. Oh yeah, already toy types. That's cool. Yeah, it's nice to branch out. All right.
Transformers news.
Transforming your news. Let's start with a bang, man. Let's go right to the onslaught.
Yes.
I got a couple different pictures, but yeah, you go ahead.
You would think that everybody would be happy, but then after 10 minutes of wow, then we got look at the stumpy legs.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say I do have this picture here too. Like he is kind of stumpy in the show.
Yeah.
And
it's just the visual effect
of better from this angle.
It looks. I'm not gonna get it because I have the Jinbao version, which is like way taller.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't complain with that on. Like the alt mode itself is spot on. Like a long trailer, and the gun is actually attached to like right in the middle, so like they actually used in the military for a while.
Yeah,
I don't know if they still have that, but
sure. But yeah, like you said, like the first reaction was wow, and then everyone was saying the stumpy legs.
Yeah, exactly. So even Ninja Bill, I love Ninja Bill, but he went there, so I had to argue.
Yeah, I like it. I'm a huge Bruticus fan. The G2 Bruticus is what I had money for at that time, and I built that all on my own with my own like money, that own allowance. So I mean, I love the G1, but parts of the G1 one. So I love Bruticus in general. But yeah, like I said, these new photos right here that came out like today, they kind of look like they look a bit better. Like it's a straight on angle. Yeah, and like I said, he does look a little chunky in the show. Like his proportions are kind of all over. And there's just different ones. There's this, the Combiner Wars ones at the top. There's the small one, the whatever. Can't remember if it's I think it's New Age, and then the
fact that you can do the Scramble City gimmick with all the connectors, like the legs and the arms, it's really fun. I mean, it's I don't think people are giving a lot of grief to Hasbro, but I mean, I think their combiner they nailed it this time.
Yeah, and this one does have its issues like that. Like the thing is backwards, like the space shuttle goes the other way usually, but that's nitpicking, right? But like even in the cartoon, it's the other way. The original toy, it's the other way. But I mean,
I think people might have. It's the space shuttle is the right arm, even on my scaling poster.
So. Oh yeah, but I meant it's flipped though. Like like in the cartoon, it's like it faces that way, like the shuttle.
Oh yeah. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, I know, but I mean that's like you'd have to really stare at it or whatever. But like whatever, it's nitpicking. But I don't care. I mean, I think it looks cool.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
It is. So I'm not getting it because, like I said, I had the other one. But I mean, it's I have Superion, and I did it a great job. I can't complain with that whole set. Other than
Are you a fan of the skeleton transformation? You know what I mean?
Deluxe Baldwin made me a fan because he got all the New Age and all the Iron Factory and Magic Square, and then they all do the pants thing, and end result, it looks great. And honestly, it's not like you're gonna transform it like when you were 8 years old, you know. So it's just gonna sit on a shelf. That's why the non-transforming figures also are catching on, because people are realizing that we don't transform them as much. You know, we don't have the time to do that. So
no, God, no, I don't want to either sometimes, but yeah, I'm down for it. Like I do, yeah. And who will be the next, like the mate for the Autobots? It'll be like the emergency.
I think it's Defensor.
Defensor,
yeah. I think that would, because Menasor, Bruticus, they go with these two so that you can finish the Scramble City.
Yeah,
and then in 2027, probably we're gonna get Abominus and Computron. But for Computron, I'm gonna skip Hasbro. I'm getting the Bingo Toys Masterpiece. It's a beauty.
That's cool. Yeah. Third party, I'm in and out right now. But the Swindle, this is the first look today. They showed it at one of the, I can't remember what the convention was today, but they showed the Swindle, which is cool. I like Swindle. I always have. I know he's a fan favorite. So
yeah, somebody pointed out that he had a very similar trailer in one of the episodes. I think it's in the BOT episode. So that's really cool, but then that's going to put him into a Voyager's price instead of deluxe. So, but yeah, no, it's a and the colors are really good. Like he pops.
Yeah, he does. He's the brightest one on the team in the regular colors.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm getting it. All the hate, but I'll still pick it up, of course. What do you any thoughts on this expensive transforming RoboSend Soundwave at $1,400 USD, an early bird of $1,000?
Two things about RoboSend. Last time they sent Grimlock to Prime vs. Prime, which I don't follow because of my own point of view about his practice. Yeah. And then today they sent it to that YouTuber who reviews her dad's collection. That pretty dark-haired.
Yeah.
So I'm like, they're going with the, I don't know. It's just personally that's upsetting that people are using that way to promote their stuff.
Yeah.
And no disrespect to that YouTuber. I don't know her. I don't think that her channel would pick up as much if she was behind the camera like a lot of people.
Yeah. And the thing is, too, it's just her dad's collection, kind of like a little cringe for me there. I mean, I'd rather see someone, even if there was a small collection, or rather see someone just do it themselves, and be behind the camera, in front of the camera, just a bit more authentic, I'd say. But nothing against them either.
I don't.
It's very shopped. It's very paid ad kind of thing. It's very
exactly it doesn't look natural. I don't know. And I don't want to disrespect any YouTuber, but I mean, there's a limit to what we could if you're going for, it's almost not clickbait, but in a sense, a guy's going to click on a pretty face any day of the week. So I don't know.
Yeah, and like I said,
I'll get canceled.
I gotta have substance. I like people that are more they've got corked. Maybe everything isn't perfect. It's too perfect. You know what I mean? And I like to see some realness. And like I said, people, you can tell the real passion. Not dissing them. And it's not just them. There's other people that popped up like that and had hundreds of views that week, or thousands of views, hundreds of thousands, and it's all just kind of pushed. But
imagine if I did a review and I had my tits on the table.
Yeah.
I'm not, we all know who I'm talking about, and it's not even that she's not my type of girl, or that I find that completely disrespectful and vulgar. Even if she was a porn star level physique, I think that would be absolutely unjustified.
Totally. I just think it's a different place. I do my own weird shit. I got another separate app for that. I try to keep it together as much as possible on this shit. So
that's the thing. You keep it separate.
Yeah.
So, I if I want to see your review, I want to see the figure,
That's funny. My mom's texting me, click on a pretty face. She's like, he's so funny. But yeah, no, I know what you mean. And like I said, keep it separate. Like it's not rage bait, it's baiting in a sense too. So I don't like that. But yeah, it's like I said, you know, so you're just naturally built that way and you're on camera. There's nothing you can do, but there's a way of like leading into it, right?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Maybe I'll interview her one day, and I'll be more open minded. It's just right now, it's, you know, we put so much time and effort in our channels to be usurped by a pretty face. It's
and like I said, a lot of those are pushed with the Google ads behind the scenes that you don't see and stuff. Because I know a lot of people in the retro video game era that like a lot of people, especially there was chicks popping up left and right with big tits holding shit up, and it just tanked after. So yeah, he said what did how do you say his name? Sorry,
clinical.
Yeah, don't see the point of self-transing. I know it kind of defeats the purpose. I don't like self-trans.
Well, you know M3, right? He bought the Optimus Prime, and I think him and a couple of other people said the same thing. I mean, it's nice, but it doesn't sit on a shelf by itself, because the moment you power it down, it kind of slumps down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it does. It doesn't hold together. Even in truck mode, when it's powered down, it goes limp. So you have like those, you know, it's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. You know, like cartoons were tired, they were slumping down. So kind of looks like that, you know. So
yeah, Toys R Us did a.
Oh yeah, but Toys R Us, you know, that's a better thing. Like he did a preview of a prototype version of Soundwave. That's Toys R Us collects every freaking thing. He's a genuine YouTuber. There's no corporate money behind that, you know.
Totally. So yeah, totally. And that guy, he's done his work. He's put through the trenches. Exactly. That guy's a super fan. He's the fan. Like, yeah,
exactly. So that makes more sense. Like, you know, Patriot Prime gets and Deluxe, they get boxes of blockies free for them to review, but they've paid their due, and that's a small recognition. You know, it's like for them, it's like a $50 saving on blockies, and they do the review, but they're honest about it. It's not automatically going to be great. Totally. You know, I'm sure those Soundwave review that other channel we mentioned did, I'm sure it was fantastic. You know,
totally. Hey, Martin, Ultra Megatronus, how's it going? He's got a stream on Saturday and Sunday. The guy's going to be streamed out by Monday.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened when you're popular, you know. Yeah. That's what happens to pretty boys in big city.
Yeah, yeah. That's what you do when you're overly loved, Martin. Nice to see you, buddy.
Right. To each his own, man. Clinical, if you don't like him, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you watch a lot of Brit humor like I do, Brit channels are fun to watch.
They are. Yeah, I love the Collector 75. You know who that is? The G1 older guy? Do you know him?
No.
Oh, really? He's like one of the first Transformer YouTubers ever, and he's just like, you're British, like, or whatever, like UK, like he just makes me laugh. He's right.
Yeah, I love British humor. So, and this is okay.
Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. No.
Okay. So in 1998. I realized I didn't know anything about the history of who bought what, Transformers and Diaclone and Takara Tomy and all that stuff. And then I saw one picture of a blue capped Ultra Magnus.
Yeah.
And I went online, I searched, and the cheapest from 1998 to today, the cheapest I've seen was $1,400.
Jesus.
And that's an incomplete, worn out figure. Okay. Well, maybe not in 1998, because it would have been a little cheaper back then, but it was still out of my budget, out of my price range. And well, there you go, dude. Okay, so you're British Clinical. I just saw that. So you guys are lucky. You have the most beautiful woman on TV, Rachel Riley from 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown. That's the smartest, most beautiful woman in British country right now. It's just my opinion. But so I saw that blue cab right there. Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, I need to have a blue Optimus. Like I need to have a blue cab. Like it's the cab mode. And I never understood why the Pepsi Optimus Prime didn't come in blue. Because I mean, obviously we could add that. So the fact that I can get this for less than 300 Canadian, because I have my discount at UJC Collectible, is absolutely orgasmic.
Yeah.
Like it's I'm gonna have something I've wanted since 1998.
That's cool.
For it's still a crazy price when you think about it, because
Yeah.
Missing Link, I wasn't planning on collecting Missing Link, but Sunstreaker is my favorite character, so I had to have the Missing Link. I just bought the yellow one. I didn't get Cordon. And then Ultra Magnus is my favorite G1 toy,
Okay.
because there's so much playability with that toy. So I had to order the Ultra Magnus, and now they're doing this. So I think I'm done unless they do a side swipe soon.
And who else do you have? You said you had.
I have, well, Jimmy G, fantastic guy,
Yeah.
sent me the Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper ones. I have Sunstreaker. I'm getting RC Pink
Okay.
on Christmas. And yeah, I'm getting the two Ultra Magnuses. So I think maybe I'll have to get the side swipe when it comes out, if it comes out. But I don't want to, like, if they do a Missing Link Metroplex, I'm not getting that. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy expensive. But this is it's my white whale, and then to do the difference between a white whale and a holy grail, because I've seen people get confused by that. A holy grail is something that you have that you will protect with your life. A white whale is something you thought you were never going to get, or something that you cannot ever get. So this was my white whale, and now I'm going to get a version of it, and a version that has more articulation than the original. I'm absolutely ecstatic.
Yeah. For me, it's a little. I'm so weird, man. You'd think I'd be more open-minded to a lot of stuff, but for me, it's like I just like the G1 how it is. You know what I mean? Like I'm very I don't buy a lot of DYN case, like D case upgrade kits. I kind of just like, even if Hasbro makes the figure and it sucks, I just keep it that way. I don't know. It's hard for me to take that extra. And this is a cool concept. The RC, like the pink one that you're getting, is like, okay, they're not going to probably do like a G1 style RC. So like that one's always interesting to me, right?
Exactly. It's the prototype that they never produced. That if they would do a Missing Link prototype Unicron, I'm
yes.
These are the obscure ones that I like. That's why I like these guys, because we don't have these guys. That's why I want that's why I think Hasbro screwed royally with the RED line. The red, articulated stuff. Yeah. They did all Transformers, but why? That would have been a perfect line to do all the non-transforming character we had. Even that dumbass kid from that super bad episode where they're all like toy size.
Yeah. I know.
Little alien thing, Aaron.
Crim Zeke could have been like a pack-in.
Yeah, well, actually, we did get a Crim Zeke with the Siege reflector.
That's true. Pack. Yeah, I did get that guy, but a little bigger. But yeah, I know. Yeah, there's so many things they should do. Like they desperately need a line like that. Even the Super 7 Transformer line, they could have made way other human characters and other things, right?
Yeah.
I know you don't collect much of this though, do you? You don't do the G2, right?
No, but I do. I will say that the blue Grimlock looked better than the yellow Tiger.
Yeah, it did.
Kind of the unreleased G2 they did. I like the color for Slag and Snarl, but I do not like the color for these two.
Yeah.
I mean,
they don't hit as good as the original prototypes. The prototype drawings that I've seen, those actually look good from the G2 days. But these actual as toys, I don't know what. I haven't looked at them close enough to see what the differences are. But these, to me, just don't hit the same.
Yeah, I think if they would have kept like Sludge back, if they would have made that one color instead of having the silver, but that might have been a little more unified. But I don't know. And then Swoop just looks like sick, like he has, I don't know, gonorrhea or something.
And he's got the different head, right? He's got like the toy accurate head, right? In the robot mode. Yeah, it's weird.
That was one thing. I actually have a G1 blue Swoop.
Oh, you do? Yeah, like
Yeah.
the Diaclone swoop or the
Well,
toys.
it's a KO transformer, but they did a red one and a blue one, so the blue one is like cartoon accurate. And
Yeah,
then as I transform him for the first time, snap the beak, so I had to glue it back, and now he's permanently in alt mode. So
yeah. I know. Even the original toy always broke this.
oh yeah, I
swoop
broke
thing.
two hook G1 hook. I broke two left foot on
Oh,
that.
really?
Yeah, two friends of mine, and they were both upset.
Yeah. And then this wave, have you got everyone from this wave? We don't have to dive into each character, but did you get like
No,
everyone from this wave? No.
Age of the Prime has been it's what allowed me to get Missing Link and more expensive
Yeah,
figure because I'm not buying as much. I have this guy,
of course. Yeah.
but it's pretty much all I have from this wave. Like I'm not into the 13 primes. I don't
Mhm.
like because I grew up with G1. I don't think it fits that universe really well. So and I'm a G1 collector, like G1 aesthetic collector.
Yeah. Did you
So
gonna get the sure shot then, or
no. Well,
no?
again, Target Master and
Oh, yeah.
Masters are not one. But I got the Alpha Trion
Okay. Yeah.
because okay, that's like he has that little Autobot logo that pops off on his chest, like
Mhm.
on his belly. So he has the white beard in that version right now, but that feature was A3 and
Okay.
forever's a long time coming. So I've been saying it for years. We need a duo pack of A3 and Beta. And
Oh, yeah.
now Beta made a comeback in the Skybound comic, which if you're not reading, get on that because it's fantastic.
Mhm.
So now everything points logically that we're gonna get a 2-pack of A3 and Beta, and I'm absolutely wanting that.
That's cool. Yeah.
Again, ups your characters. That's my
Yeah.
thing.
That's cool.
He
Well,
looks
yeah, he
all
looks
looks
good.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the robot modes for these guys, the individual modes look really good. So wrap that up, and then maybe we'll get into the show some stuff off quickly, or not. Got to show, make this screen big.
Well, I guess my haul I showed it all already, but I have this
Sure,
that I
yeah.
got.
Yeah,
And then I have
that's cool.
these two guys. So pew pew. But I had to glue the legs because they wouldn't stand. They were too. So I put like too much kiki on the joint, and then they stuck together. So now they're in a good pose. But then the arms are still like super loose. So that's my small haul.
Yeah,
For this
I know.
week. Do I have anything else? I don't think so.
Good look. I'll show off the one thing I got, but nothing crazy either lately. I've been going because I'm waiting for the stuff to come in at GameStop because it's actually a bit cheaper right now because I got the 50% off plus everything else. But I did find this wave at Walmart. They only had the Junkion and this one left. So all the good ones are gone. And of course, I wanted Quick Strike the most, but it was gone. But still kind of cool to see at least it's showing up in Canada. Sometimes in Canada we get the stuff early, and then sometimes we don't.
I've been lucky for that. Like studio series, usually I get before the States. Like DJ,
Yeah.
because now I've noticed since Toys R Us, and for those of you who are in the States, Toys R Us is shutting down across the freaking country. They closed 38 stores in November. That's what was announced. So we had 6 Toys R Us in Ottawa and 1 in Gatineau, and now we have 2 in Ottawa. That's it. So we lost 5.
Yeah, all the ones shut. My personal childhood one shut down here. I actually filmed before it closed, after it closed. Well, it became a Halloween store, and I still haven't edited the video because every time I go to edit the video, I get so upset and I just fucking throw my phone.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, a lot of people that I hang out with are like, "Oh, you guys are lucky you still have Toys R Us," and I'm like, "No, we don't have what Toys R Us was 15 years ago.
No.
The price, the moment that they shut everything down in the States,
Yeah,
the company that bought it here couldn't compete with online pricing, couldn't compete with Walmart, and the stock, the price just kept rising and rising. So instead of paying $35 for a deluxe, I was still paying 29 at DJC.
Yeah.
So, and now because Toys R Us is shutting down, all the Target exclusives are now diverted to online stores. So
Okay.
DJC Collectible is getting the Target exclusive stuff. So if there's a Target exclusive announced, I'm like, okay, cool. That's a guaranteed buy. I'm not gonna have to hunt for it. So the only thing I'm still hunting for are the Walmart exclusive. But then if you have the Walmart application, when it's launch day, they have a couple extra figures, so I can get like the retro line.
That's cool.
Like Outback. I didn't get the wheelie though, the new wheelie. It looks good, but
I'll wait for the green color, but
I like the Outback. So
yeah, the Outback's cool. Yeah, let's do the little topic I have. Question for tonight is Transformers fans too picky? Like, what do you think of that? Like, what's your first thoughts on that?
Yes, they are too picky. The older fans, we're picky in the way we spend our money. We don't want to spend our money on waffles. We complain, but then some people will just say, well, it's always been like that, figures get smaller, price go higher, and that's just the way it is. So I think for that, our generation, or I don't know if you're as old as me, I'm 47, but for
I'm
my
39,
generation,
39. 39.
Okay. Oh,
I'm up there.
Yeah, you don't look it.
No, everyone says they think of Bart's my dad when we go to the toy show. So
okay, so that's cool. Yeah, I mean
you look young too. I never.
Yeah, well, it's the gray doesn't help, but I'm gonna do like Jason and just shave the gray anyway.
Okay, but 47, I didn't think that, but yeah, like okay, so you're the actual G1, like kind of when it came out era more.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a G. Like Patriot Prime calls himself a boomer G1er. I'm a Gen X G1er. Like I'm just
that makes
below him. Gen X for life. So it's for my generation. What I like is not waste my money on figures that are of terrible quality or not cartoon accurate. I try to get away from that. Then you have like the 30-year-old people who are complaining that everything is G1. And even the 30-year-old people, that's the range of like, oh, why are we not getting like Armada? Why are we not getting like, other show? And I understand them, but wait 10 years when you guys are the generation that have the disposable income. Hasbro's gonna make figures for you, so it's a waiting game. So, so I think maybe at this point they're not buying the G1 figure, so they're in that sense picky. And then you have the Bavers people, so the 20 years something, or maybe they're 30 as well too. That just there's not a lot of Bavers figure coming out as much as Age of the Prime is the generation line. Studio Series, they still have releases.
Yeah.
But then every figure that comes out, being Hasbro or third party, the loudest that you will hear are the negatives.
Yeah.
So I think the smaller portion of fans that do complain are really picky, but I don't think it's the majority of the fans.
Yeah, I feel that too. Like, the hate stuff can be the loudest, but and then what about the it's supposed to be the fun and the pricing and all this too, but like the fun of it is supposed to be like, part of the hobby, like we got into it. It brings us joy, so I mean, I can be super picky about some things too, but I try to let some of it go, right? Because I still want to have fun. I still want to enjoy the hobby.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. The pleasure that we get, like like I said, I'm even for my channel, I'm changing because I want to have fun. And talking to people is fun, so I want to do more of that.
Totally.
So I'm collecting less, but then like there's other stuff from my childhood that they're not now making figure. I don't know if you're probably, maybe you missed that, but I don't know if you heard of the movie Fire and Ice.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah,
from Frank Frazetta design and produced by Ralph Baxi. Now they're making like his Frazetta's granddaughter, which now I'm skipping her name, but she has a website called Frazetta Girls. It's a company, and they're selling the art of Frank Frazetta. And now they founded Icon Collectibles, which are making figures.
Oh, cool.
About that. So now I have like,
oh yeah, that girl, right?
I have like, well, I'm getting the girl, but I have Dark Wolf from Fire and Ice. That figure, because of the nostalgia again, brought me more joy than a Transformers this year.
Yeah.
And then I have like his design for Conan. I'm getting Tigra for Christmas, hopefully.
She looks great.
So, and I had to ask my wife, I'm like, are you jealous? Would you be jealous of a figure if it wore only a bikini? And she's like, I don't care. So I'm like, all right. So I ordered 50. No, kidding.
That's funny though. That's cool that you asked. But yeah, I know, same. Like I buy all these slutty anime characters, not like I'm into like that thing, but like I just think they're fun. They like bring me some weird enjoyment. And Bart's always like, you're smut, but I mean,
smut. There you go.
Yeah,
but I mean, sometimes you need to. Your collection taste will change. Your rest, But are we the pickiest fandom? I don't know. But we are. I think the louder voices are really picky, but it's just good practice to be critical of what you are going to buy.
Yeah,
because you don't want to just spend your money because it's Hasbro. Like, I mean, there's figure I bought because like tracks, shit figure, but I had to had one version, and scaling is extremely important to me.
Okay.
So except for a couple figures that I just said, you know what, screw it, we're just gonna go with it. But it's.
Did you buy the Blitzwing that you hate or no?
Well, I have it because in robot mode it looks okay.
Yeah, it does. I like the robot mode.
But it's not my fault that Diecast Norbs is so obsessed with that. And you know what? I respect this show. I love it. I love Norbs. It's so much fun. He triggers me. I trigger him with that figure, and we can go on forever. So.
Yeah, and like you said, you have to be critical, but because like it's so weird that they'll make one new figure that's so good, pretty dense, no waffle, like the figure's really good. Then they kind of give a cheap one out too. I know it's due with budget probably in molds, but it's just hit and miss, right? Because it's just like one figure so solid, like the Fallen guy I really liked, and then you get one that's kind of just not as sturdy in the next batch. But I mean, it's just all part of it, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's all. From a cost perspective, they're like, all right, we can spend $50 more on this figure because we're going to have this figure who's going to not be worth it. Like, Studio Series 86 Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Terrible size for the price.
Yeah.
Articulations are good. But then they repainted it or retooled it for bumper in that 4-pack. I have that bumper, and it's fantastic for bumper. So it's, but for the price alone, like in a 4-pack, you're getting like a Voyager, a Deluxe,
Deluxe,
it's more balanced. But when you're buying a Deluxe by itself, that's the size of 86 Bumblebee.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like even a YOLO Park.
Yeah.
I have a few figure, but their latest like G1 colored, more cartoon accurate figure, Optimus and Bumblebee were the exact same price. So wow. I have the same mold of Optimus, but with like the silver legs instead of the white legs. So it's not Ash G1, but that was with diecast, like let's say $60. So without diecast, he's 40. But then Bumblebee is also 40. So they're both without diecast at 40. And I really felt like I shouldn't have gotten the Bumblebee because it was like I should have been pickier on that occasion.
Yeah.
So it's just, you go with what you like. And at the end, who wins?
Yeah.
It's the collector. If you like the figure, that's it. Deluxe has been saying it for a year. If you're happy, that's all that matters.
Yeah, because you can get like into the hype of hating stuff or not, and then it's just if someone has something you think you need it, but just you got to put on the break sometimes, and like you said, just go after what you really like and just spend your money wisely.
Yeah, exactly. It's the I had that poster I keep talking about. Yeah, that one day it is going to be complete, but I don't think I'll be done collecting.
Totally,
because like now they're coming up with better seekers. So I'm gonna buy. I have Thundercracker on pre-order,
Yeah.
but then I'll be very critical of it. I'll be picky about it because if I'm gonna replace my whole Seeker set, then he has to be absolutely great.
Yeah.
If he's just okay, then I'm just gonna resell it and I'm gonna keep my Earthrise version because I'm happy with them.
Would you keep both at 1.2 or no? Like one
No.
set has to go. Yeah.
I told my wife I only want one version of each character, except for a few characters.
Yeah,
Sunstreaker, Ultra Magnus,
Yeah.
Alpha Trion. I have two versions because that's different stage of his life. I have a Gun Megatron right there, which is a Jinbao. It's kind of a like halfway between a Legend and the Deluxe.
Oh, that's
So he's smaller, but then that's the other one here is the YOLO Park Megatron. With diecast. So I have a few characters. Of course, Bumblebee and Optimus. If you want to try the Brickheads Lego, then it's only Optimus. And like you can't if you want to try different merch, crossover and different products, you're automatically gonna get more of Grimlock, Soundwave, Shockwave, Megatron, Starscream, Optimus, Bumblebee. Those are the one you're gonna get. They're the go-to. Like we're I don't know. Let's say like Barbie makes a Transformers for whatever reason. we're not gonna see a Sunstreaker Barbie.
No.
First wave. We're gonna see an Optimus Barbie and a Bumblebee Barbie and.
Do you buy many of the collab ones, like the Gigawatt and all that? And
I have the crossovers. I have the one that really mattered to me. Kit.
Okay, yeah.
I have the DeLorean, so Gigawatt. I have those. But I didn't get like the Top Gun because it was a shit figure. But then I got late into confession. I never watched Top Gun completely until about 6 months before Maverick was on the way.
Nice. Yeah.
Because as a kid, I tried to watch it, but I never, back then we had TV that didn't pause. So I missed the beginning, missed the end. I never knew what the story was. All my friends were like, oh, it's the greatest movie. It's the greatest movie. So, but I watched it, loved it, but I didn't buy the figure. The Ghostbuster, I'm not like, I like the new movies. This like the true sequels, not those stupid all female cast reboot.
Oh God, no! Please, put my head
so it's just I didn't get that, but there's a couple. Oh, I have the Sonic and Tails because my son was big into Sonic, and that Tails figure is going to be in my top 5 of 2025.
Really? They look cool.
Fantastic.
Decals for Devastator toy house.
Oh yeah, it's the decal. I did Superion in decals, but I'm done with toy hacks because of my operation with my eye. So it's too upsetting right now, and
you always save money in your eyesight. So
yeah, a flick, flick.
Hey. But yeah, no, it's awesome. Yeah, thank you for joining me. I guess should we wrap it up or what do you?
Well, I'm free, but
no, it doesn't matter. I was thinking, it's
an hour, but I mean, if you have...
no, I'm good. Like I said, it's just just want to keep you either. But what else did you get many of the DK things too yourself? Like
the what?
The DK or what are they called? I don't even know the names of them properly. Like the the upgrade kits, the DKY or what?
I got as a dad, you do stupid shit. I bought all the legacy Dinobots, the core class one. I bought them all for my kid, right?
Okay, yeah.
Because they're for my kid, because he's gonna like. I don't like the Volcanicus thing. I know he was going to enjoy that, and he did. But then I bought him all the Toy Hacks decals.
Okay, really?
So I Toy Hacked all of his Legacy Dinobot, and then I bought him the DNA design kit. So that kit is like $150 now. And to him, it's just Dinobots. You know, he's going to
Mhm.
play with them. I actually confiscated the DNA design accessory because he's going to lose the little parts and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, yeah,
like, that's one thing as a dad collector, and that he hates it, but I know I'm doing him a favor, is that every accessory he pulls out of a box, I take
Mhm.
and I put in a case that I only allow him to play with a little bit because I
yeah,
know I was upset when I lost my guns and my swords.
yeah. No,
So
swallowed a lot of mine.
yeah, and one thing, like how many toys, like we have our collections, but how many toys did you lose because at one point your mom said, "Oh, you're too old to play with this,"
Yeah,
and just gave it away or threw it out or sold it?
yeah. There's that one time in my life too. I thought it was cool and into getting
Yeah,
played or whatever, and I didn't care about my toys, and I kept some, but yeah, I lost all their pieces when I was a kid, and yeah, I just that didn't last long. I've gotten to toys again right after that, but still, it was like
exactly.
that one time you didn't care, right? Hormones took over.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
hormones took over. That's a good
yeah.
point.
And you know
And
what's
it,
funny is that lately too, like me and Bart, we've been he's brought pieces over because he's doing all the
oh
stuff
my
for
god, yeah, Bucky O'Hare shit.
yeah, cleaning
That's
out this
so
place. And look,
cool.
he's got me all the pieces. Yeah, so we got all the guns for these Bucky guys and putting them
Oh
together. And
man,
yeah,
I
it's feels
love that show. I don't remember anything about that show except I
no.
knew I love it.
Yeah, me too. The style was cool, right?
Yeah.
And like Primal Rage, you found me the shoes for my guy from the video game guy. Rah, rah,
You know, Primal Rage is such a funny memory for me because I rented it and then I'm like, this game sucks because it was reverse Street Fighter. You had to press button first and then move the arrows second.
Yeah,
And then it did stuff. And it wasn't a great game, a great fighting game. And then like a year later, I'm like, oh man, I should buy that game, like Primal Rage, like play again with the dinosaur in it, like because I like dinosaur and everything. So instead of buying it, I went and rented it again, and I'm like, oh no, right, it sucks. Like I had to
yeah.
reconfirm it that not that it sucked, but it wasn't my thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. I had it as a kid, actually. I didn't. I thought like it was slow and clunky. But the thing was that when we went to this place called Scandia, they had like a huge screen, and you could go play it at the arcade, and it was like massive, so it was kind of cool. And the arcade felt different. And then the toys I always liked. Like I had these guys, have some of the other guys. Like the toys and the characters I always liked. But yeah, the game was always clunky.
Yeah, but I mean, it's part of. That's one thing that I do miss arcades. Like,
Yeah.
not there's things now, like my wife, God bless her, we went on our 10-year anniversary and she booked a hotel where it said that they had an arcade because she knew I liked an arcade. But then we went in there and it's all new arcade shit with like, money cash grab, stuff that you get tickets and they call it an arcade, but then it's just like Switch games that you have to pay for to play 5 minutes. And so I miss going into a place where I can have a roll of quarters and just put them in and then play until my roll is over. And I miss arcades, and also all the drug deals that happened there and shit like that. That was fun. So
Yeah. And the thing is too, like you'd go like the one that we had here. Yeah, they had like Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time, all these old games, like the old like Pac-Man, the ones like that were like the tabletop, and like they got rid of that all, man. And then now it's all like you said, like they got Guitar Hero in there. It's like what the hell? They don't even take coins anymore.
Exactly, like the last
Ninja Bill
arcade game. Hey, Ninja B, the last arcade game I really had fun with was like they had a Star Wars where you had 3 stage and you flew in an X-wing or sometime a speeder, and then you had to make it to the end, and then you had a little boss, and then at the end you had like a sword fight against Boba Fett and Darth Vader, and then if you did well you had like a 4th stage that you unlock where it's the attack on the 2nd Death Star. And I spent $20 of quarters in that game like every freaking time I went. It was so fun. But I mean, like, yeah, the Ninja Turtle arcade game, 4-player co-op, bashing on figure was fantastic. Remember, like, what was it called? That airplane game. I have Airbust in my
Oh, like I know the one where you're like in the thing and it was like
yeah, exactly. You know, like the thing would move
yeah,
with
I love
you.
that.
It was so fun. Afterburner.
Yeah, I
Afterburner.
love that. Mom would always take me on that shit. I loved it.
Yeah, it was such a fun game, and it's just now it's you know
And my mom or my uncle used to take me and I'd do that whack-a-mole one and I'd be insane. And he's like, man, you got some pent-up problem or something? It's like, little do you know. Because I was like, just, just so angry. But, it was fun. Like they said air hockey too. I loved air hockey as a kid. Like I did. Like, it was fun.
My uncle did well. And in the past 10 years, he had not arcades, but pinballs. New ones, old ones, like he had the Stranger Things one, the new Godzilla one, and then he had old ones like that, they look like they're made of wood and cardboard.
Yeah. That's neat.
He had tons of stuff, but then he sold like these machines like are 3,000 to 8,000 to 12,000. But yeah, it's crazy. So and then he had one where it was Pac-Man, like he had an arcade one up. Not an old arcade, but the one-up version. I almost bought the Mortal Kombat one, the Midway collection, because I do love Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, the guy I knew, he bought them from that arcade in town that shut down. My mom knew him, but like, they were asking like $3,000. I didn't have that years ago, and it was just like,
yeah, it's crazy price for nostalgia. That's the thing.
Did they have that? Sorry, yeah. I was gonna say, did you have that game too? You roll the ball up the ramp and try to get in a circle or whatever.
I played that.
Yeah. Well, did they have mini golf there too, or was that kind of separate? Mars had mini golf
up north, because I played up until like when I was up north. We played a lot. They didn't have the room for that one. The pinball or the basket one, all those.
Yeah,
stuff.
the basket. Yeah.
Hey,
did you build up? You're okay.
The family's doing great. Everything's good. Work is doing. Oh, I got a promotion at work.
Nice.
Yeah, thanks. So yeah, things are good.
Nice. Hope you're good, Bill. And we got stuff going on, but send my prayers. But
always thinking of the Bill. So or Shinobi Biru.
Shinobi, yeah, I know. I know. We got to get another Danny and friends going to and get like at least a small group of people together again. I usually do it when we get the big leaks. There's some leaks that have come out, but they're so vague. So I like to do it when we get like the big vague, like the big leaks. Because then it's fun to.
They haven't done a Hasbro Pulse stream in a long time, and hologram game
around there, because we get lots of opinions. It's just fun, right?
Which one was the hologram game?
I'm trying to think.
You mean Jam in the holograms, or I'm kidding. But it was still that's a show I liked. Synergy, yeah, that was fun. That I like the concept of that AI thing. I liked the idea of AI until AI became real, and I'm like, this is shit.
Yeah.
It depends. Like
it depends. It helps me in some ways, but it's just
exactly. You do your picture, like for somebody who's not an artist and you're not making money selling the art. That's perfect. Like I'm a huge D&D nerd, right?
Yeah.
And I'm building my own campaign every time. Like I'm making my maps and I'm doing all the creatures and but at 47 years old with a kid, I don't have as much time. So now what I find AI is useful for is that I can remain the creative behind everything. So it's my story, my encounter, my everything. But then I plug it in ChatGPT and he gives me all the creature stats, the rolls, the skill checks, so that I don't have to do like all the minutia.
Yeah, I know. It just helps with that. Like I said, I used to draw too and do some things, but I just use it as a tool to enhance like what I can do. Like, you know what I mean? Like I have this weird idea. I'm like, and I can't sit around on Photoshop for 10 hours to make one image. I just throw it all in there. Like you said, I'm not using it to scam people or get paid for them. I'm just using it to have fun,
Yeah,
and, like,
exactly.
Referencing stuff, getting shit. Like I don't know. Instead of Googling 5 different websites, you can just use that, and it'll like pull it all in. And you get some stats here and there. So I mean,
exactly. I suck at drawing, and then for that campaign, actually, I had to I built because I'm an idiot. Instead of having people playing their own character, I build 15 characters that my players are gonna possess. Like like they're playing Final Fantasy, where you have like a ship
Yeah.
full of. So it's like that. So all the images I did with AI because I can't find exactly that match online.
Yeah, yeah.
Like so I just did a bunch of.
Are you playing like actually in a room with a bunch of people though?
Oh yeah,
No, that's
it's funny. Like a lot of people are talking about mental health and mental awareness and mental well-being, but really what people should be focusing on is community.
Mhm.
Like if I play with the same bunch of people every Tuesday since 1998.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, actually, no. Alex was born so 2002. That's when
Wow.
I reconnected with the people. So for 23 years, I've steadily played every Tuesday with the same bunch of people.
Wow.
Okay, so
Congrats.
we
Yeah.
take turns. Sometimes we play board games. Sometimes we
Yeah.
play Dungeons and Dragons. We've tried other franchise, Vampire the Masquerade, Alpha Omega. So but the fact that we are all like during COVID, we tried on Discord to connect and it didn't work.
Yeah.
It's not the same. But the fact that I'm able to go out once a week by myself, and it doesn't affect my family life.
Yeah.
Sometimes the game is here, sometimes it's at my friends, and we just freaking laugh for 3 hours straight, doing the worst comments and the
Yeah.
weird shit, and then we just have fun, and then it's so
It
good.
helps the laughing, right? The being
Ah,
with people, like it is good for your mental health,
like
like without talking about it, just having a good time.
Tuesday night is probably
Yeah,
my best sleep night
yeah.
because I'm actually physically drained of laughing. So I just go to bed. I'm like, oh yeah, my head is clean. I'm not thinking about what I did when I asked that girl out 30 years ago. And like, I'm not thinking about shit. I'm just sleeping.
Yeah, just totally
So,
relaxed and yeah, like you've already spent your brain, so have
yeah.
creatively and having fun. So
Hey, Ionicus, how you doing, man?
nice to see you. Yeah, like you said, it's good laughing. Yeah, getting through life. I know I've always been a person like that. Even when we go to toy shows, I'm always saying crazy shit to all the people, and I'm just making people laugh. I just love it, Like, I just like to see them smile, right?
On live stream, that's what we do too. Like
Yeah,
we're just laughing.
yeah.
So, and then we're just talking about what we like, and
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of fun also. The YouTube thing is fun so that you can talk your ear off to anybody, but nobody's getting sick of listening to Transformers, like because we have the same interest,
Mm-hmm.
all the nostalgia, everybody's happy. But my wife, when I talk Transformer, her eyes go all the way back in her head, so it's not her thing, but when she talks to me about her friend, I have the same reaction. I'm like, oh god. So yeah.
Yeah, I know
You're
it's
not
a good
watching
way
it,
to
so
enjoy it with people, right? And like you said, we never get tired of it, so it's like more.
yeah, exactly. I mean, we want to get, first thing in the morning, have a coffee, check T-formers, what's the news, what happened, go to Facebook, go to the group chat, say good morning to everybody that you've been talking, saying good morning to everybody every morning for the past 5 years. Everyone's like, hey, sending pictures and,
Get hyped on something, working on something. Me and Martin were doing that too, like getting some stuff ready for this Christmas show. We're both like getting like all stoked. It's just that fun. It's just something fun to look forward to too, and it's harmless. We're just having fun.
Yeah, exactly. So, and sometimes you can't get all you cannot get along with everybody, but I mean, you can still have a fun conversation about a topic, and you don't get into politics, you don't get into religion. You can do it after the stream. Like me and Rodimus Primal have had philosophical debates for 2 hours after a stream. So by the end, we're incoherent and need sleep. But it's still done with respect, and
For sure. That's what I love. It's like you do the live, and then when you hang out with people after for a bit, you talk some other real shit, and it's just like it's all good. Like I said, I'm not one to be offended, and I like people for having different thoughts and being individuals. So it's all fun for me.
And that's the it got me through COVID. That's why I started, because I had more time. The kids was younger, he slept more. So, and then, yeah, that's basically, how I got started.
Is that
And
really though? Like, did you really just get like? Were you on here right when COVID happened? Like, you started your YouTube
oh
channel, or
yeah,
did you have it before?
I started my YouTube after Copta or whatever that
Oh, Copa.
yeah, Copa. That because that was a question that Anthony asked me when I did his questions on for TF Reviewer, because he always asked, like, how did you live
Like,
through the Copta thing? And I'm like, I don't know. And on I usually I used to have the, like, disclaimer at the beginning of my video. I don't put it anymore, because I mean, I said it in my about section, like, it's not for kids, and then I put a line in my description, this is not for kids. So, and obviously I'm not selling anything.
Yeah.
So, I that's the thing. I just want to shrink down my intros. And like, I was watching, I think it was Patriot Prime. He went on 2 interview this month on other channels, and one of them had like a 2-minute intro. I'm like, it's too long.
Yeah.
Like and then last weekend he did, last Tuesday actually, he went on a channel. I don't know what it was, but it was topless review. So everybody was actually shirtless, but from here, so tasteful. And it was just funny, to see Jason in nipple mode. So I don't know. It was but it was funny. And but he did that, and they had a long intro as well. So that's because actually, I don't know if you know Captain Kyle from Toy Spotlight.
I don't think
Kyle Williamson on Facebook. Anyway, he years ago when I started, 4 years ago, when I had been doing that for a year, he contacted me about my thumbnails, and he's like, dude, you have to change that, and I had been thinking about it, and he gave me some pointers, and then I met him at TFCon Orlando 2 years ago, and not Orlando, Baltimore. And I thanked him for that. And then we reconnected not long ago. And then he gave me pointers about, because he analyzes everything about YouTube channels. And but he will only suggest it if you ask. Like, he's not going to be, that obnoxious guy that's just going to give you tips. So I went to him, and so we look at a few things. And the main thing that he said is, like, cut your intro, by a lot. And also he said, no offense, but you're not enthusiastic about the figure. And I didn't realize it. I'm like, oh, you're okay. All right. So now I'm trying to be a little more chipper when I do my review. And then I did that. I did that. Like, I used to have like a 30 seconds video about DJC collectible, but now instead I just talk about DJC on, and then I have like his logo spinning. But then I say, and now here's a word from my sponsor. And I got that from, remember that Simpson episode where Lisa is challenging like the meat thing? She wants to go vegan. And then and then they have that hi, I'm Troy McClure. That's how I remember his name when I do the line. And then they have that whole PSA. And then said, this is true. Here's a word from our scientist, or from our scientific. And then it's just like I going, and that's it. That's the word. So now I put that. That's my word from my sponsor. And then I talk about the sponsor.
That's funny.
I want to do another one, though, but I don't think I can make it. Like, you watched The Simpsons, right? Back then?
Back then, not as much now, but yeah.
Remember the episode with the meteor? And then on TV, Ken Brockman goes, and now in the event of our impending doom, here's a list of people who are gay. And then he just scrolls a bunch of fucking names. And then it was just so stupid and so hilarious. And I'm trying to do something like that. But I'm like, how many people am I gonna offend by saying
Yeah.
that? Like playing that clip. So, but I want to do like a voiceover. It's like, and here's a list of people who like Transformers, and then just show a bunch of channels. And I don't
That's
know.
cool. That's a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like it's just being abstract. Like I said, I don't watch just Transformers channels really anymore. I watch so much shit on YouTube. And like it could be like a fishing thing or whatever, and I just kind of pull it all together to get new ideas. And then, like you said, like it's cool. Martin does his long intros because for the show, that's like whatever. Like
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
part of it, right? It's part of it. But if you're doing like the show like this every week and there's a 2-minute intro or every day, it's like no man, cut that shit to like 10
Exactly.
seconds.
Like he does it once a week, and
Yeah.
it's always a different intro that tells a story of how I blow you guys up.
Yeah,
So I love that.
Me too.
So-
No, he's really gone overboard with us.
Exactly.
And I love it too.
But
It
that-
gets me pumped.
That's fun,
Yeah, there's a time and place. But yeah, when you're doing the same show daily or whatever, and it's just like the intros are so long and drug out, and
That that's the thing. And then the like there's a lot of people that I do still watch. Like I watch a whole lot less. Like to be honest,
too.
it just
I'm
I
not
don't
watching
have
toy
the-
reviews, man. Besides like a few things here and there, because it's just like
Exactly.
I'm burnt out.
I like Kato stopped doing reviews, which I'm still
Mhm.
sad about. But I get to talk to him on the group chat every day, so like I have a good relationship with him, so I'm happy. But I mean, I still watch Jason, Bert, and Deluxe all the time. The odd one that Ninja Bill will show, even if it's Gundam, which I've never watched.
God dang
I'm
it.
still going to watch it, but even if I don't have the time to watch it, I'm still going to let it play on mute because I do want to support these people.
Of
I
course.
want to, so I will give them the full view, to help with their algorithm. Like I'm a freaking groupie, like in a sense, like Rodimus Primal, he put a link for this his stream in the group chat for the people that we hang out with, and I clicked on it instantly. I'm like, oh cool, and like I'm always there because I just want to hang out with the cool kids, and but we always have a blast. So, and now Orlando is next year, and I'm going again. You gonna make it eventually?
Yeah, maybe not this year, but I mean, I know because Martin was saying the Vancouver or the Toronto one year, and then Baltimore. Just with all the you don't want to get political, but I'm not afraid to go there. But people might, it's just
Yeah. Well, okay. You mean
to the States, it's a little rough. But I'd love to go the one in Canada out east. I'd maybe next year or something.
yeah? Well, this year, if depending on who are the guests. Because I still want to get, I want to still get interviews and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. Like I'd love to. If I was closer, I would too. Right? It's just I'm on the west, so far west, it sucks.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you and Brian are
Yeah.
on the west coast, and then Godbot is all the way east. I'm like middle, but then there's there's a couple Canadians now that are reviewing. There's Freakestein, who's in Ontario, and there's what's his name? It's a new channel like that. I just got we got talking, me and a guy. What's his name? Anyway, so like there's a couple more YouTuber, but I don't think if I go to Toronto, I'm gonna end up on a YouTuber panel like Jason and all the guys. So.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Like you said, just to see different people you roll with. There, I keep my things definitely smaller these days, and my personality is a little out there. So, but I mean, like I said, like happy Ultra Megatronus wants me have me on, and I can blend with them. They got me going again, and I've input on my show, and then I have always kick it with you guys, with Danny and friends. So I feel like good, with the people I'm with. I'm just trying to do my own thing and have fun, right?
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, if ever you go to Toronto, let me know because I know that Martin is trying to he keep asking me to go to like he wants to come to Toronto, but I have to. I keep telling all my U.S. friends it's not the U.S. convention.
Yeah.
Like the showroom is smaller, the panels are smaller, and in a day you can do everything you need to do. You don't need to go there for 3 days, you know, because the first year I did that, went for 3 days by myself, was super boring. I almost got to meet what's his name? Santa Claus, the Canadian Santa Claus. Papa Gord. But he got a flat tire, so he couldn't make it. Yeah. I don't know if that was just an excuse he used, but because in Canada, that's a good excuse, right? Oh, I have a flat tire. Oh, I'm gonna have to work from home today. I have a flat tire. You know, so it's just it would
Baltimore
be nice.
looks fun, man. Like the one you guys went to in Baltimore with that looked great. I'd love to go to that one. Like I said, maybe soon, you know.
Yeah, it was a fun time. We had a great time, and I've met so many weird people that are just fun, you know, because there's, you know, I'm not gonna lie, our fandom does attract a lot of people with social anxiety, social awkwardness, and stuff like that. You know, when we tell people repeatedly before the convention on our video, we said, take a shower, like it's not a joke. It happens, you know, it's so I had an idea to have like a box of speed stick.
Yeah.
And have like do a like interview with people, like not people that smell, just random people, and say, all right, you know, here's a trivia question, and if you get it right, you get a prize, and then the prize is a speed stick, you know. So, but I've been told that might hit a couple people in a bad way. So
yeah, so we'll give him lady speed stick. It'll hit him harder.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, but yeah, it's funny.
You know, strong enough for a man, but made for a woman.
Yeah,
that'd be nice. But yeah, I mean, to go to Toronto to meet up with you, and you know,
I'd love to do because flying up. I wonder if it's closer for me to fly to Baltimore just for that stuff, but like, you know, maybe sooner than later. But yeah, Toronto for sure would be cool. Yeah. I know me and Bart, we love to buy so much. That's another thing, because he's like, well, why would we go there? Because like we need to like take a bus back. It's like yeah, because he wants to buy so much. Like, you could ship it to yourself too, I guess, if you had to, like in the mail, right? Yeah,
you can go to any post office with all of your stuff, put it in a box, ship it. And a lot of people say, I don't want to pay for shipping. I don't think it's not going to be like $1,000, you know.
I wouldn't worry about the price. It's just like that's just like I said, that's just the thing you got to do sometimes, right?
Yeah,
we're all weird. Yeah, there's lots of people. Transformers does like out of other things too, like other niche or other brands. Transformers does, there is a lot of different people it brings.
So when you go to like a store that has like the little anime figures that you collect, you're gonna have a lineup of, you know, ugly people, not to bash, but you do have the odd people that collect them for the wrong reason, I'm gonna say, you know. Like they're
weird, like the people that collect this are not right in the head, you know.
Wow, that's massive.
You know, it's supersonical, but it's like, like you said, like me, I just buy it for the fun and silliness, but like, I used to work at an anime store too in Vancouver, and that was weird.
You know, even if it's not my stuff, I'm not opposed to a, you know,
I have that. I love her. Yeah.
You know why I bought her though? Because I didn't know she was a vampire. I thought she was a demon, and in Dungeon and Dragon mythology, I love a good succubus. You know, like those demons that will, you know, give you powers through the power of sex and stuff like that. I think that's a neat concept. So I have her. I didn't get Lady Death though, because I knew that was a cartoon character.
Yeah, I had Lady Death. I did get her too, like the Emperella of that line.
I was trying to. Is that the Icon Collectibles one?
No, it is. It's the same as the Coffin Collectibles, the thing you have.
Okay, so that's executive replica.
Yeah. Sorry,
exactly. So, but there's a Frazetta Girls did a version that you probably would enjoy.
Yeah. I had that one you have there, and I did get the Lady Death too, or whatever. They're cool. They're like, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, it's I couldn't have a shelf like that with a wife and kids. I don't think I would be that comfortable, you know. But I it's a cool, like, to me, she's more like a demon than a vampire.
Yeah, I always thought of her more of a demon too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, Flick. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, male superheroes. That's the thing. There's double standards in everything, right? You have
Yeah.
like a bare chested muscle man, and all the girls are fawning about it. Like, oh my God. But then if guys do that, like, perfect example was Twilight, right?
Mhm.
Remember Twilight? All the craze, and you had,
Yeah,
you had people, like, you had moms with
Yeah, you did.
signs saying Twilight moms, and they're all like gushing over those young teenage boys. If I went to a convention, Twilight dad, I would get arrested so freaking fast. You know?
Yeah, it kills me. I know double standards are weird. I worked on a Twilight show. Like I worked on New Moon, like as a production assistant when I lived in Vancouver, and like
Really?
yeah, I used to. Yeah, we even worked on. I don't know if you knew that too. I worked on Smallville for like 5 years, but just as a like grunt work, tent person, like just background. But it just you saw it all. Like people running up to Superman trying to get in the place, or people running up to the
Yeah.
vampires. And yeah,
You worked on Smallville? Man, I watch Rosenbaum's podcast all the time.
yeah. Oh, really?
I love this.
Yeah,
guy.
I was like a nobody, a production assistant, but like I was there 5 years. They had the last 5 seasons basically. So yeah, it's an experience.
The show lasted 10 seasons, so you were there for like the first 5, last 5.
Yeah, no last, yeah, like mostly 7, 8, 9. Was there 10 or just 9?
Yeah, there was 10.
Yeah, so maybe 8, 9, 10 for sure. So yeah, but yeah, it was because it kind of went on like to what I mean. Each season was almost 2 years because you go into the winter and all that, but. It was an experience. I went to film school in the town I live in now, and then me and my ex at the time, we moved down to there, and we got we were into film shit, so we got just jobs like on set. But it was grunt work, like you're setting up tents for people, and when you're in the rain, or just go for shit, like grabbing stuff for people. And it was an experience. It was cool. It's just like if you were gonna move up in that world, like I wasn't living how I am now, so it's like. I couldn't, like, I never fit in with anyone. I'd be like, my old self was hanging out with the makeup people, and dudes were like, dude, what's wrong with you, bro? Like, grow some hair on your face. Like, why are you hanging out with the fucking makeup people and stuff, right? I just never fit into the right crowd, right? But, it's just.
Do you ever want to go back to that?
Not necessarily, because we were doing. Maybe if I did it and I was in a different thing, because we were doing 16, 15-hour days and your knees are shot. Like, you're not even part of the world anymore. Like, I was in my late 20s and early mid-20s, and it's just like, you're not in the world. Like, you know what I mean? You can't just go to a Walmart. You don't really have that. I wasn't collecting as much because you're so disengaged when you work 16-hour days, 5 days a week, or 4 days. So, like, you start to miss, like, it feels almost like prison in a sense, because you start to miss, like, I could just go to like a gas station. You start to miss like just going into like a grocery store kind of thing. It's weird.
Okay, right. Okay.
You just it's okay because you save money because you're not spending it. But like I said, you have to like either want to move up, and there's a lot of ass kissing. Like if you want to go up the director's way or like the like that kind of way, you kind of you know what I mean. You kind of have to
ass kissing and no, that's the thing. It's
it's good.
I watch a lot of podcasts with Rosenbaum. Like I love that. So and now they're doing their Talkville podcast.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
it's fun to see that. So, but that's I didn't know you were in TV and stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, like I don't talk about it much. I used to talk more about it, like because I said it was darker time, like it was myself really, or was, but just it was tough. But like I said, it was a fun experience. Like I used to like film school. We made short films. That's like my background, and then we went there to kind of get union jobs to see what it was like, and we probably just stayed. My ex, she actually was moving up in the field too, but. It's just, we didn't stick with it. I ended up coming back home and like getting like, we broke up, and then I got like, my life like changed. I got my life kind of together because I was just dealing like I said, it was just weird, man. Like it was hard to do that job because you just don't fit in with the right people, but it was a great experience. It was fun to be part of. Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's I would love to. That's the thing. Like if I was to restart my life, I probably would try to go in entertainment because I really do think it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
And It's
You
just,
have-
different than, because I'm in accounting right now, and there's
Okay.
no good anecdote that I could tell the world
Yeah.
about accounting. I
Yeah.
could tell another accountant, but that crowd doesn't laugh.
Okay.
So, it's, but I that's why I do the Dungeons and Dragon things, and
Yeah.
but more and more now, I'm thinking I should probably take like an acting class, like a local theater,
Yeah.
and just do something different. So
Yeah, it would be cool. Like, it's
yeah,
just all about like, yeah, like I said, once you do it, like you'll like, see what it's actually like. And it's just a different experience, opens your eyes up. Just like I said, if you in that, you kind of want to be moving up, like even if it's years later, you kind of want to have that, like you just kind of want to move up, so you're not kind of the years go by, right? Because it's like the long hours. And here, I'll show you a couple pictures I got too, like on the set, like this was like one of the like actual street when you were on there, right?
nice.
Yeah.
So what's like Smallville was a really big show.
Yeah.
Did you anything else that you worked on, or?
Oh no, mostly that, because it was TV, and once we got that job, it was every day for like 6 months, 7 months out of the year.
Okay.
So it was kind of like once you nailed that, it was kind of like you could go to movies, like I said, like Twilight, we did some days on, but after that, we were just kind of like, you kind of got pigeonholed because you're like, these people were gonna pay me every day. It just becomes a job after a while.
Yeah.
But still, it's cool.
That's nice. Friggin'
Yeah,
that.
Smallville thing. Yeah, there's other pictures, but yeah, it's just like just on the I don't know what season that was.
But if you had stayed there, you might have worked on Supernatural too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I knew people that were doing days on what was that other show? Yeah, was it no, it wasn't Supernatural. It was that like it started with a G, like another space show that was filmed in Vancouver at the time. I can't remember, but yeah, there was like
Star Galactica.
Yeah, it was that. Yeah.
That's
I knew
cool.
people going there, and
I take care, Ionicus, and I saw Clinical was leaving too. So
yeah, see you guys later.
Yeah,
perfect.
It's 3:30. Yeah, well, he's in the UK, so I guess that makes sense.
I know it was good. At least we had people turn up. I was worried there for a second, but it's like it's cool,
Yeah, no, I love chatting.
Yeah, me too.
I talk too much. That's what my wife tells me.
Well, it's fun. Like I said, doing this just to do something new, and like you said, like I said, this like the people I know. Maybe I'll branch out, but not. I like to be around people I kind of know a bit, just because like I can be a little out there, so it's just fun to.
Yeah.
But E-Man, I never met him before, and he was always in the chat, and we had a great stream the one we did it. He's a good guy too. Yeah, E-Man, World of Geeks. So.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's just to expand the horizon, and that it's like Bill Burr, one of my favorite comedians. What he always say is that if once you hear on TV all the political stuff, but once you travel and you actually meet the people are cool. So that's what I think that the streaming does for me, is that I get to meet, like with Ultra Megatronus, I've met a bunch of people that I never thought, and then on different streams, I with Kato and Patriot Prime and everything, like I met other people, and that's how you grow your circle. And the more people the more stories you hear, the more educated your decisions or your opinions are going to be. And I think that's lacking in some area of the world right now. So
yeah, I know it does help, like you said, and it makes you kind of like, okay, maybe this stuff isn't as bad or whatever. Like I just learn from people too. I try to, because I can, like I said, I live this way, but I can be kind of closed-minded at times and odd. So like being around different types of people and just different opinions. Like I said, I always like people with strong different opinions, but it's just it's just interesting. As long as we get along at the end, right?
Yeah, exactly. And about open-mindedness, you say you should be more open-minded. But I mean, you can be open-minded about a lot of stuff, but there's stuff that you just can't. It's like I'm open-minded about everything from religion to sexuality to collecting to pretty much anything. But when it comes to what my kid watch on YouTube, I'm not open-minded to like stuff like that. Like I can't. So
no, me too.
Miss Jordy. What's
thank you,
Jordy. Is it Jordy or Jord?
No, it is Jordy. You said it right.
is
No one
Jordy?
ever says
Okay,
it
cool.
right. So
So
thank you. Yeah, I know. I feel the same. Like my sister had that kid too, and it's like, yeah, I'm like, don't fucking watch this or whatever. Don't drink that milk or whatever.
you know, like sometimes like there's games I won't let him play. Like Roblox. I know there's a trash community on Roblox.
Sure.
So I'm not gonna let him play that, but he wants to play it. I'm like, no. And you know, it's just there's stuff I'm open-minded about and some stuff I'm really not.
Yeah, and like kid, like you gotta wait till people are older, man. You make decisions, and
what the you said you had to have dinner, dude. Who eats at 10 p.m.? We're not in Paris here. We're not in Europe. 5 p.m. This is the American way. 5 p.m. every day. 5 p.m. you eat, man.
No, see you later, Martin. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. Like
yeah,
I said,
man. You take care. I'll see you on Sunday. We're gonna have fun.
You know, and then you'll be burnt out.
Yeah.
We'll come wreck your stream on Saturday. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
That's cool.
All right. You want to wrap this up?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Like I said, I had a blast. It was good going longer. And like, yeah, it's just nice talking freely on shit. And not, you know, that's what we're here to do. And people in chat enjoyed it. Thank you for everyone that did join us in chat. I appreciate it so much. Thank you again, Razyel Kayne. I have to have you back. And like I said, Danny and friends will mix it up with some people soon once they get some leaks. But yeah, just tell the people where to find you and all that. And
you can find me in a suburb of Ottawa. It's called Gatineau. But it's easier to find me on YouTube at Razyel Kayne Reviews. On Facebook, you can find me both on my, Razyel Kayne account or my page, Razyel Kayne Reviews. And then Instagram, I'm also Razyel Kayne Reviews.
Perfect. Yeah, that's awesome. And yeah, anything else? What's the next thing? You do another review, or what's the next thing on the channel?
Right now, my last store review that I can do, because I don't have anything else after that, is I've restored some G1 Insecticons, which I never planned to get them because I don't like the characters. But then every time I think about them, I think of my cousin who passed away long ago. He had them. So I'm like, I'm going to get the G1 version and, you know, just...
Totally.
So I've restored them with Torhax decals and chrome pen, which do miracles sometimes. So that's going to be the video on Saturday or maybe Sunday. So
neat.
We'll see.
That's nice. Yeah, I'll check it out. Oh, and yeah, like I said, thank you for joining me. Thank you for everyone in chat, new people, and all that. I appreciate you all. I'll be streaming more too on YouTube. Got something soon coming up with Martin on the 17th of December, a Christmas special. Other shows planned, of course. So yes, enjoy. Thank you for being here, and yeah, we'll see you soon, eh? Okay.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Hasbro has been slipping. Danni Dolphin drinking milk, hype in the kitchen. Sycophants simping, sick of the fans. Keep tripping online just to flex for the gram. So don't even ask, kid, I know you like that plastic. It's fantastic, you've been hooked since Jurassic. Back when I was playing dinos in the basement. Now you get your ass kicked, this that Hasbro placement. They ain't your bro, just a has-been brand. Still, we love the hobby, got the bots in hand. Ain't no stopping me, that's the prophecy. Even while I'm drinking milk, she's dancing in silk properly. What hurts? That bill from Hasbro. They jerk you around and they slap you in mad FOMO. Perceptor, perception, bro, that's deception. No Hasbro dedication, just eBay obsession. Sensations in boxes, you're praying again. While it's crying, but what are you gonna call it then? Hasbro has been slipping. Danni Dolphin drinking milk, hype in the kitchen.